Magic Ballerina, Holly and the Silver Unicorn by Darcey Bussell, read by Helen Lacey. Chapter 1. Dancing on Stage. Holly Wilde stood with her class, waiting to go on stage, as beautiful music filled the theatre. Her teacher, Madame Zaza, had choreographed a forest ballet for their Christmas production, and this dress rehearsal was the first time the girls had danced properly in their costumes. "Oh, I do hope we don't get anything wrong," whispered Chloe, Holly's friend. The other girls nodded anxiously. "I'm so nervous," said Alice. "Me too," agreed Lily. Holly tucked a loose strand of brown hair back into her bun and moved a few steps away. She didn't feel nervous. After all, they were only dancing the part of the corps de ballet. The corps was supposed to dance together, with no one standing out or being different. A small sigh escaped Holly. She would have loved to have got a main part, but she had only been at Madame Zaza's for 6 months, and all the bigger roles had gone to the older girls. She looked around at her classmates. Like her, they were all wearing long white dresses to dance the parts of the sylphs, fairy-like creatures with wings who led people astray. But unlike her, the other girls were whispering nervously together. It made her feel very different. "But things are different for you," Holly reminded herself. Her mum and dad were both professional ballet dancers, and whilst that was exciting, it didn't make for the easiest of lives. Holly had spent most of her early years travelling around with either one or the other of them. 6 months ago, they had decided that she needed to put down roots in one place, so she'd been living with her aunt and uncle ever since. She was getting used to it, and now, at least she'd made a friend in Chloe, her first proper friend. Well, in this world, she thought. An image of a dancing white cat flashed into Holly's mind, and she smiled. For she had a secret. A pair of magic red ballet shoes that whisked her away to the land of Enchantia, where all the characters from the different ballets lived. Holly couldn't wait to go back, but so far the shoes hadn't sparkled with magic since her first visit. Still, there was plenty of time for that, she told herself, and snapping out of her reverie, she practiced a plie, finishing by rising up on her toes, her free arm moving out gracefully to the side. Chloe came over. "How are you feeling?" Holly looked at her in surprise. "Fine." "Really?" Chloe whispered. "You're not nervous?" "There's nothing to be nervous about, is there?" Holly said, as she heard a change in the music. "Come on, it's almost time to go. We'd better join the others." They hurried over to get ready. When they danced on the stage, the lights were so bright Holly couldn't see anything in the darkness of the auditorium, but she knew Madame Zaza would be out there watching them. Holly did just as the others were doing, moving forward with tiny running steps, sweeping her arms down and then up and turning round, before continuing onwards again. But gradually, the music took hold and the urge to dance as well as she possibly could started to build inside her. She tried to ignore it at first, but it grew fiercer and stronger. When the others stood on their toes, their arms in the air, Holly held her position for a moment longer, and as they moved into a circle and stood on one leg, she lifted hers higher than anyone else's. She wanted to be different. She didn't want to be just the same. She wanted to dance her very best. At the end of the dance, the girls all ran off stage in their line. Holly stopped in the wings and took a deep, happy breath. She felt wonderful. She vaguely noticed a few of the other dancers giving her cross looks as they headed off to the changing rooms, but she didn't really take them in until Chloe came over to her. "Holly, how could you?" she said. "What?" said Holly in surprise. "Dance like that! You were showing off like crazy." "No, I wasn't," Holly protested. "But you were," Chloe went on. "You know we're supposed to be dancing together, all doing the same thing, but you were dancing differently. Madame Zaza's going to be really mad." Holly felt a flash of anger as the buzzing happiness she had been feeling after the dance was abruptly extinguished. "I was only dancing as well as I could," she said, aware that a certain amount of haughtiness had crept into her voice. "What's wrong with that?" "It's not what you do."